Hey guys, Miss O'Donnell here. I got a really good question today. It says, how was the question phrased? If you're given 2 points, I'm going to phrase it a little differently than how it's actually phrased, but the question says something along the lines of, if you're given 2 points, what's the best form of equation to use to write the line, right? So if we think about our different equations, right, we've learned point slope is the one from this week, right? And so that's y minus y1 equals m times x minus x1. That's the point slope form that we just learned. We've also learned slope-intercept form, right? And that's y equals mx plus b. And let's see here, the last one that we've learned is standard form. And that's ax plus by equals c. So we really have to think which form is going to be the most beneficial. So I went ahead and I plotted a couple of points, right? And if you look at the line, I'm going to try and graph a line here. It's not going to go very well, I don't think. Ooh, I'm doing okay. Oh, it's getting a little wobbly. All right. So not the nicest line. I wish I had a ruler that I could use, right? So if I graph this line, okay, I may or may not be crossing at a nice intersection, right? So if I don't have a nice y-intercept, it's going to be really difficult to write an equation for the line in slope-intercept form, or it's going to get real messy quickly because I'm going to have decimals and fractions. I'm going to have a lot of like algebra to do. I'm going to have a lot of arithmetic that I'm going to have to do. For standard form, we said standard form is really the best form to use when you know both your x and your y intercepts, right? X and y intercepts. And really, you still have to do a bit of math to find the x and y intercepts. It's not told to you in standard form, right? Slope-intercept form, you have to know your slope and your y-intercept, right? And here, we don't really know our slope. We have to do a little bit of math to figure that out, which we can do from 2 points. And we have to kind of figure out our y-intercept. If it's a nice interval, it's not too difficult. But if it's not a nice interval, which isn't guaranteed, it might get real tricky. But for point slope, we have 2 points. We can find our slope really easily from 2 points, right? So in this case, we would do our slope formula, y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Okay, so we would do 6 minus 2 over negative 3 minus 1. 6 minus 2 is 4. Negative 3 minus 1 is negative 4. So it looks like we have a slope of negative 1. So we kind of got lucky here anyway. So we have a nice slope. But that's not always the case, right? And then we need a point on the line. And they gave us 2 points. So this is going to be the fastest way if you're given 2 points to write your equation of the line, right? You have to find your slope, which we'd have to do no matter what, and use one of the points that they gave to you. Okay, so if you're trying to figure out which equation to use, grab that graphic organizer that we did a couple of weeks ago. That'll really help. Okay, point slope, you need a point and the slope, or just 2 points because then you can find the slope. Slope intercept, you need the slope of the line and the y-intercept, or 2 points, and one of those points is the y-intercept. Then you want to use slope-intercept. And standard form is you need to know your x and y-intercepts. Standard form gets a little tricky. All right. Okay, well, I hope that helps, and keep those emails coming with questions, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great weekend.